the history of this space that I'm offering is this Wednesday night class that I taught for over 30 years in my studio in Santa Monica. And it was kind of this community that brought a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life together. So at one point, we had a 14-year-old girl in the class. There was a long standing of a woman in her, I would say, late 70s. There were bankers. There were people just out of art school. There were many graphic designers. There were, people from various points of life. And we became community to one another. In those Wednesday nights, people went through divorces. They went through major losses. We talked about, do you shave your underarms? Do you laser? Do you not do anything? I mean, we talked about the craziest things and a little bit of everything. I mean, we gave each other referrals to doctors, therapists. And so there was a kind of intimacy through the making of something. And so that's why I encouraged you to come. If you wanted to, you could work. And then we would be able to share stories and support one another. And my hope is that you will. There's my friend Susan Hill.
Sharon.
Hi, Susan. I love your hair like that.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Short and a lot of product. I love it.
Looks great. So the other iteration of the Wednesday night class really began when I was working on the dinner party. And that's how I know Susan Hill. She was the head of the embroidery needlework section of the dinner party. And we've stayed friends ever since. And then in the dinner party, Judy said, make up a class about, would she say? It was like consciousness raising through art. And that was the very beginning of the visual journal, really. And so it's this way of the magic of what happens when people come together and share their hearts and tell their truth, what they're, and it's like we get to laugh, we get to cry, we get to, just share what life is like at this moment.